Hey guys, it's OKB here. I am here with the Coffin community. Everyone say hi.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 people who can voice chat today, so that's pretty good actually. Um, and Hola Amigo says OKB, the guy. Oh, now I just got your name. Okay, anyways, besides. Um, Today we're going to be talking about Christmas Temari, which is the last month's monthly ninja for the English version, which probably should also be in other versions as well. I mean, she's been out for a while, I think, just that she hasn't been getting for free until now. And then there's also Hayate Gekko, who is this season's ninja. So let's take a look at Temari first. In terms of how good they are, Tamari's not that good. She's too random, and like she doesn't have enough abilities. She's just like a fun sort of ninja, a medium level ninja. You can still use her as position 1. I think that's what she was intended to be, but only for like the new players and free players. Even as a support, I'm not sure she fits very well. Just because there isn't enough abilities that affect meta ninjas. So just she's just for fun. But Hayate is a little bit better. And apparently there's a difference between 3 and 4 star Hayate, which I couldn't find on here, but I did find on the Konoha proxy. So I'll show you guys that later. But Hayate is definitely better. He has an effect of increasing swordsmen by 40%, their damage by 40% to all swordsmen on your team, not the field, but also to against targets that are immune to debuffs and have super armor. But it probably isn't immune to debuffs and have super armor because only Susanoo Itachi has both immune to debuffs and super armor. But it's probably just if you have 40%, if you're fighting against someone immune to debuffs, and then 40% if you have someone fighting against super armor. But the bottom text says can stack from a second source. I don't know if that means it's either going to deal 80% damage more to someone who's both immune to debuffs and has super armor. Someone pointed out last time in our last brainstorming session that if you fight against the Ninetales event, right? The Ninetales event, he's both immune to status and he has super armor. And so maybe you guys can test that out and see if it's an 80% damage increase for swordsman. And so like a team for that, because this is basically probably the best use for Hayate Gekko, just Ninetales event. Would be let me find one that I don't need. Random. There we go. So a team that would work really well, I think. This is what I used for my Great Ninja War last time, which will be out after this. Would probably be something like Rinnegan Sasuke, right? I forgot they could talk sometimes. Okay, Hayate. Hayate. So Hayate would, if Hayate's effect works, you can deal 80% more damage with his bottom ability, and um, yeah, I mean, just 80% more damage for running on Sasuke because he's, a swordsman. You probably run lightning main here. I won't switch for now, but you guys can just pretend that's a lightning main. Is he's water style, which is I don't think there's any other. Oh no, hit and miss people have water and swordsman, so I guess not. But
Uh,
hmm?
I think that the option that they said can be stackable from other sources that they mean like it's not limited to him. Like not only his buffs matter. Like they wanted to specify it for some reason. That's my theory. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. Like, I think it should be 40% for both, and then 80% if you have both. That's my guess, but it's also possible because Kono Proxy says something different, so we're gonna have to look at that. And sometimes Kono Proxy actually is more accurate than what they say in the game, so that's really confusing. Okay, but for this team, I probably put Lightning Main, add a little extra, and probably another Swordsman for extra damage. So what's a good Swordsman to put in here? Takesoigatsu is perfect, right? Just throw him in there and increases damage each round, and then Ringan Sasuke will increase his damage. Lightning Main will generate chakra, so you probably want to run Bloodthirsty chakra gain 2 times each round. maybe lightning armor, so you can gain a lot more chakra for Rinnegan Sasuke to absorb, and then Hayate would just give that basic 80% increase in attack and ninjutsu. Not attack and ninjutsu, in damage, which is actually usually, yeah, if you're fighting against someone stronger, and you're increasing your attack and ninjutsu, your attack and ninjutsu is going to be lower than their attack and ninjutsu or their defensive resistance. So, increasing the amount of damage that you deal is actually better than increasing your attack and ninjutsu by a bit. Um, like the stronger your opponent, the better it is that you have increasing damage. So this ability here is actually really powerful. It's kind of like 40% attack and ninjutsu or 80% attack and ninjutsu, but possibly going to 100%.
I
Takesoiketsu is a
believe,
perfect. Yeah?
I believe that Gekko would work with like any first position swordsman plus the Mifune. With
Ifune.
breakthrough.
Huh. Okay, yeah, no, that's good. Mifune has breakthroughs, I remember. So
Yes.
you want to replace that. Takasagetsu does 15% up to 75%. In when you're fighting against Ninetales on a higher level, so I mean, let me go to Mifune's breakthroughs. If you're fighting on a higher level, chances are you're going to survive every single hit. Um, well, maybe your back row won't survive. I don't know. But yeah, if you do survive, let's see where this is. So he has a double standard attack, which is kind of nice, but he's not stacked. So he increases attack and ninjutsu by 45% for 5 rounds. But if you use Takai Soigetsu, you for the first 5 rounds you get, let's see, 15%, 30%, 45%. So by round 3, you're getting as much buff as Mifune is giving you. Um, yeah. So but that's round 3, right? We still have round 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah,
10.
yeah, yeah.
So Mifune, while nice, it's just nice. But yeah, I think even Hayate Gekko is still better than Mifune because Hayate, as long as Hayate survives, he gets 40% damage increase, which is better than attacking ninjutsu, and Mifune gets 45% attacking ninjutsu increase with his breakthroughs, but only for 5 rounds. Hayate is the full 10 rounds as long as you survive. Hopefully you survive. So I guess it depends on whether you survive in Ninetales or not. Okay, that's Hayate Gekko, like his top thing. So I guess we'll start with Hayate Gekko since we're already talking about him. How about some normal teams? Hayate Gekko is kind of made for. Let's see. He's made for. I guess he's made for a position 1 technically. So pretend he's position 1 here. But he's not that good as a position 1. So let's talk about his abilities in Kono Praxi though, because they're probably more accurate here. So he has 4 stars, and his 4 stars version, because we only have 3 stars right now. Yeah, even the top players only have 3-star Hayate Gekko at the moment. But if you once you get a 4 stars, you have a whole interruption on your mystery for in 5 combo interruption, and increase the mystery skill cooldown by 1. Right now, our 3-star version kind of sucks. He only causes 5 combo to entire lineup, at least his entire lineup, and then do knockdown, which is you need somebody with a knockdown chase, which means you have a chance of being like not being able to interrupt anybody, because someone might paralyze the guy who causes knockdown and immobilize or something like that. But yeah, like Hayate Gekko at the moment kind of sucks, but at 4 stars, which we'll eventually get to, he's decent. It's kind of like having a Shizuka without. I think his mystery still you can still dodge his mystery though, but at least he has interruption, so it'd be good against people with super armor. At least like interrupt somebody. Um, Now he has, let's see, his standard attack is a high chance to cause knockdown in 3 combo. That doesn't change. It's to attack a line of units, random line of units, which is it's fine, I guess. You can hit the back row and cause a combo. And then he has a repulse slow, trigger 2 times a round, which doesn't really matter much. Yeah, it doesn't change for his 4 stars. So it's just whatever. In some cases, you don't even want him to chase because it doesn't deal a lot of damage. You might, I don't know, you might like give Kushina an extra buff or something like that. And then he has a high chance. So this is what I don't like about Oasis. I think they keep getting somebody else to talk about Uh, oh, someone. Let's see. Oh no, never mind. They keep getting someone else to write all the words down, and sometimes they keep changing it. So on his fourth pass ability, you guys can see Hayate Gekko has a high chance to evade pursuit attacks. And for everything else, it's a chase attack, right? Like even on the very left of an ability, you guys see it's chase, not pursuit attack. And now those people are getting confused. Is pursuit attack a new thing? Like I don't know. Maybe like it's like poison and toxic, and pursuit is better than chase. Who knows? But you gotta explain it to us if it's a new thing. If it's not, stick to chase, please, because it confuses people. But I'm just guessing that it's just like he has a high chance of evading chase attacks, and not some new thing called pursuit attacks. But they really need to fix this. I don't think anything changes. Right. So on Kono Proxy, they say high chance of dodging chase skills. Thank you. So it's chase skills, all right, not just pursuit. This new thing. And the fifth ability here is specialization, dealing 40% more damage to people immune to debuffs, and have super armor, which actually translates to as long as this ninja is on the field, every sword bearer ninja from your lineup causes 40% more damage to your enemies with debuff immunity or super armor. Damage stacks if enemy fits both our criteria. That makes a lot more sense. Thank you, Kono Proxy. I just really like who does these things. They should just okay. I shouldn't say they should be fired because that actually might get them fired. But this is bad work. All right, this confuses people. Anyways, this is what Hayate Gekko is supposed to be about. I'm sure some people have been confused by this, but you can kind of guess what this is. Okay, now for teams, yes, you can do something like Mifune, just a huge buff. Like if you do Lightning Main, you do position 1 Lightning Main, you can even do a Lightning Main Blitz at this point because you're dealing 40% more damage, you're doing the Mifune buff, Lightning Main will buff himself. What's another good one to throw in, actually? I mean, you probably want to like control at some point, so like Summer Kunai or Nier Hashirama. Both of them are really good for this. Now you could do that. You could also do, so let's say Hashirama. Now Summer Kunai is great for support, and you can just do three swordsman units. So let's do something like that first. Here's a team that you can use already. But what's another swordsman team that you can have? So I'm gonna assume you don't have Rinnegan Sasuke. A lot of people don't. You could do Anbu Kakashi, put position 1 Lightning Main, and Hayate would just be a support back here with his swordsman buff. So you could do Summer Kakashi to hide your Lightning Main in the front, and it'd be something like this. And then your Lightning Main will gain chakra and then deal Chidori Blade damage. And you have Summer Kunai with a status reflect and some control. It'd be really nice here. But what if you have Nier Hashirama, which is something that a lot of people have these days, because he was given out for free basically. Nier Hashirama here. I should probably upgrade the level here, but if you have something like Nier Hashirama these days, and let's still pretend this is Lightning Main, right? Swordsman, you don't have a status reflect anymore, and that could be a problem. So one of the solutions I have here is Beheading Kakashi. He has a status reflect. You can run root, so everyone is immune to status with 100% resistance increase, and that's a decent enough fight against Kisame's and Kakuzu's. Probably not enough defense quite yet, but yeah, you could do something like this. And let's see, position 1 could be Hayate Gekko. That should, or Lightning Main. Either one works really, and that could be a team you could use. That's fairly free to play. Lightning Main, yeah, it's pretty free to play because Nier Hashirama is free. Beheading Kakashi's from like 3v3 Arena fragments, 3v3 Arena reward fragments, and also he's in the Ninja Collection. And for people who don't know where Ninja Collection is, just go to Recruit, Exchange, use your survival trial points for Beheading Kakashi. Oh wait, hold on, Kakashi. There we go. Yeah, this guy. With his breakthroughs, you get more, but you don't even need his breakthroughs to get the status reflect. So it's kind of nice there. Okay, and also, of course, there's also he's Konoha, so Iruka's always on the board with his 60% or increasing damage. Now, of course, I could also throw in Susanoo Kakashi. So for some reason, all the Kakashis have good support with Hayate Gekko. Like Susanoo Kakashi Beheading Kakashi, Ambu Kakashi. Is there any other Kakashi I'm missing? I mean, besides the normal Kakashi that we're taught that you get first, Kid Kakashi doesn't really matter. Um, let's see. Yeah, okay. So those are all the Kakashis that work. But yeah, Susanoo Kakashi would be helpful to because once you get interrupt with Hayate Gekko, um, basically it's gonna be like a Shizuka hit. It would be like an Edo Minato mystery, and it hits the entire lineup. So it's pretty nice. Um, so if you do have Susanoo Kakashi for some reason, Susanoo Kakashi really isn't something you want to get normally unless you get it for free, or you're a whale and you can spend on anything you want. Then okay, Susanoo Kakashi. But I do have Susanoo Kakashi on one of my accounts. I could throw in Hayate Gekko with Susanoo Kakashi, interrupt the entire field once you get to 4 stars, of course. Interrupt the entire field. I'm not entire field, entire team, entire lineup, and then yeah, that'll be a pretty nice one. Now let's see. He has Konoha and Swordsman, which means he doesn't really have anything else that's going for him. What's interesting is that he's water, and I normally never see any sort of water swordsman except for the hidden mist, but now we have a Konoha guy who's also water. That might bring in something interesting here. So let's see. Let's say we have water main here. What can we do with water main? So water main will increase the damage on Hayate Gekko. Um, Another one, Kisame would be a decent one. Did someone say something?
Maybe Chojuro.
Chojuro? Okay, Chojuro. Oh, that's a good one. Thank you. Chojuro would be good. Right. So water main, Chojuro. Okay, so I'm gonna throw out Kisame. Let's say water main, Chojuro. And then Chojuro is a swordsman. All right. So all swordsmen increase damage. Okay, so you'll deal more damage against super armor and immune to status people, which is basically all the metas. Now Chojuro is not exactly a meta, but he's pretty close. He's always been like the top tier of the mid tier, so that could work. Like maybe in Great Ninja War. In Great Ninja War, when I fight against Chojuro, sometimes he really destroys the front row, especially when I put someone out in the front that's not stacked. But yeah, he deals a whole bunch of damage. You could throw in extra damage with Gekko, and he'll be increasing his damage, so he's stacking. I think it's like 12% with his breakthroughs, something like that. Let's see, what's a good team with that then? I gotta find something. So you have Water Main to heal and increase his damage. We have, so it's up to 80%. Let's say 40% from Hayate Gekko and 40% from Water Main. So it's like at 80%, and then he scales, like kind of like Ronin Naruto. So what's another good one? What was that? What was that?
There's no control in that game. We need someone to control.
Right. You have somewhat of a defense. You can do control. Technically, someone without water, hopefully, because we don't want to interrupt the water buff system. So anything except water. Summer Kurna is obviously a good choice always. He's free, and if that's all you want, then there's a good choice. Edo Itachi could work. Edo Hiruzen. Well, if you use Edo Hiruzen, you could technically throw in. Okay, so like an alternative is throwing Edo Hiruzen for its 40% buff, but then you also run Fire Main instead with Bane Chakra, Shields, Sleep. Let's see. He chases repulse and causes low, right? But it doesn't really matter for. So Chojuro chases high, causes repulse, and then Hayate Gekko chases repulse, causes low. It doesn't really matter too much because it's just a chase without any extra effect. So you could use Edo Hiruzen to increase the damage here. He also has some defense sort of thing, so you can be a secondary tank because he increases his defensive resistance by 1.5% for every life lost, so up to 150% almost for Edo Hiruzen. So yeah, that's a fair, decent tank there. You could throw in something like, yeah, this is actually a good, let's see, high repulse. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is actually a good setup for Chojuro, and you probably want to run Mai instead of I. That's the only difference. You have a Ninja Dog in the front to block any Chojuro front row attacks, and that's about it. Yeah, so this could be a team. It's an alternative, because Hiruzen would be taking over the damage, and Fire Main could be the control. That's if you don't want to run anything like Summer Kurenai. But yeah, you can basically run Summer Kurenai, Edo Itachi, New Hashirama, all with water main here. Uh, in terms of damage increase, I mean, technically, not everything's gonna be PvP, right? And also sometimes you run against teams that don't really do control. So, what's a good one? Say fire. Mask Man could work. That's another control type that you can throw in. Okay, this is actually a good time to throw in Christmas Temari, actually. So, let me throw in Temari here. Temari and Hayate Gekko actually does work together somewhat, as long as you're free to play without any better ninjas. This could work because Temari has a basic Christmas Temari has a basic effect of reducing your enemy's male units resistance and defense by 30% for 5 rounds, which means, well, it's basically a 30% damage. Well, I wouldn't say 30% damage increase. You're just lowering his defensive resistance by a whole bunch, which this ability is actually more powerful against someone who's stronger than you because they have more defensive resistance, which means 30% of more means you're reducing more. And so the stronger your opponent, the better the effect is on them. But that doesn't mean that Temari is still the best support. It just means she's more effective against stronger opponents. In Great Ninja War, you want to, let's say you're 200,000 power and you're fighting, you have someone on your team with 500,000 power and you're 200,000 power, and then you're fighting against another 3 people, and then some of them have like 600,000 power. As a 200,000 power, you don't have, you just don't have the damage to deal a lot of damage. You just don't have the damage to kill a lot of the units on a 600k thousand power person. So one thing you can do is something like Christmas Temari with reducing male units defensive resistance by 30%. That's an automatic effect. It's a percentage effect, and it might help more than you doing something like Edo Minato or something like that, because it's more effective against someone who's stronger. Okay, that's one of the things that Christmas Temari is great at. She also summons a Christmas tree, which is a tank. So Christmas trees are immune to they have super armor, and you can't remove super armor on them. So if you let's say you have like if you're fighting against a Kisame in the front field, right? They'll try to remove super armor on the tree here with their standard attack, but it's not going to work because Christmas trees can't. At least I've never seen a Christmas tree get suppressed with super armor. So they have super armor and it's unsuppressible, which is kind of like a group summon in a way. If I'm wrong, someone tell me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Okay, so those are the 2 abilities that make Christmas Temari actually worth it. The other one is just whatever. Low repulse chase is whatever as well, which actually kind of works with Hayate Gekko because he chases the opposite, repulse slow, so you can go repulse slow, low repulse, repulse slow. That's fine if you want in arena only. You probably don't want to do that outside of arena because you might just hit a Kashina or something that increases their power and they're not stacked. Now, Christmas Temari's standard attack of 30% attack increase, 30% ninjutsu increase, or 40% shield is just too random for me. It's kind of like all the other Christmas randoms, like Shikamaru, for example. Shikamaru also has something like this. I think it's the same thing, or maybe it's something slightly different. So we go to Christmas Shikamaru. Mystery cooldown decreased by 1. Immune to debuffs until end of the round, or super armor until end of the round. Yeah, Christmas Shikamaru is also very different, but he's also iffy because giving somebody your super armor for what until the end of the round is kind of weak, just weak. Especially that end of the round thing. Like Christmas Temari and Shikamaru all have effects that end at the end of the round, and I mean, I guess for example, if you put Christmas Temari as position 4, you can give the attack ninjutsu or the shield to one of these 3 guys. Or actually, she gives it to 3 people. So 3 people is actually not too bad, especially in arena. But if they don't use their standard attack, I guess the effect goes into the next round. But that's it. Like it only lasts until the next round, and you can't stack that effect. You might as well just have another ninja that increases ninjutsu attack or gives shields in the beginning of the round, because her effect only lasts for 1 round, except for the shield. The shield is pretty cool. 40% shield is actually not bad. If she gave like 40% shield to every like three people, three ninjas, then that would actually be a good effect. But the problem is it's random, and you don't like not every single ninja needs an attack or a ninjutsu increase. What if you're running Ronin Naruto or something, right? Um, you give him ninjutsu, and the only thing that increases is his chase by like half. So you don't always like Christmas Temari is just too random with this her standard attack. You should not use her for a standard attack. Though her standard attack is helpful, at least somewhat helpful with because of the shields, but you just don't want to rely on it. And the mystery, just ignition 5 combo, good for people with combo, and high float. She reduces her cooldown by 1. She has 80% life or more, but given that she's probably not a position 1, it's probably not a good idea because 80% is a high amount. Even Asuma is like 70% with his breakthroughs, I think. So, yeah, 80%, it's just hard to get to. Even if you stack her as position 1, it's hard to get to. But we were talking about this team. Okay, I got to get back on track here. What's good about this team? Let's see. All right, low repulse, repulse low, Hayate Gekko, and Christmas Temari both work. What's good about it is that if you have Lightning Main here, if you want to increase your damage, Christmas Temari has that 30% defense resistance decrease for 5 rounds, and that would be pretty useful against I don't know another team. Now, given Mifune would be a better choice here because they're all swordsmen and stuff. But Christmas Temari does have that effect with 20 chakra, so it's kind of nice that it's only 20 chakra. She does have the effect of removing buffs and shields, so sort of like an offensive buff, a situational thing that you can throw in. She also has this attack and ninjutsu increase, so maybe you could throw her in position 4, summon a Christmas tree to protect Hayate Gekko, even though Hayate Gekko has pursuit attacks. So actually, probably just since Chojuro is vulnerable, he doesn't have a lot of defense. You can throw Christmas Temari behind him, summon a Christmas tree is sort of a defense, and then run Fire Main. It doesn't really matter too much that Fire Main is position 4 because increasing the attack and ninjutsu of Fire Main for round 1 will just increase his attack by a little bit. It doesn't matter that it doesn't go into the next round, but it does matter that Chojuro and Hayate gets an attack or ninjutsu buff that goes into the next round. So having Christmas Temari use her standard attack after these guys is good because they might get an extra buff once they use their mystery. For Chojuro can use their mystery every single round, I think. Hayate Gekko as well, so either one. Okay. Hayate Gekko, I don't think there's actually much else to talk about him because he only has 3 things that really matter. Water, or 3 tags that really matter. Water, Swordsman, and Konoha. So you can throw in something like Madara, for example, for sure. But you could throw Madara in for any Konoha unit. So maybe this actually could work for, let's say, arena team like this. But normally people would run like Shisui and Susanoo Itachi or something like that. You can run Hayate Gekko instead and deal more damage to super armor people. As a little bonus, you can throw in... Shisui doesn't actually help Hayate Gekko, right? I keep forgetting it's a water style thing. So technically you could throw in Mai. You can also throw in Swimsuit Mai, so that's another thing here. If you want to run the 0 buff and you want to remove all their immune to status effects, both Swimsuit Mai and Hayate Gekko avoids chases, I believe. Yeah, has a high chance to dodge chases. So that's a good start, I suppose. Also, her barrier removes buffs and shields from everybody except for water units, and Hayate Gekko is a water unit. So you can run a water main here and buff all of them together, and then you have someone... Madara could help, but what's a better one to throw in here? You could throw in like a control unit here, Summer Kurenai here. And so you remove all the buffs except for Hayate's buff, and then you'll win based because you have an increase in damage, and that's kind of nice too. Yeah, I mean, I could throw in technically you could throw in Gekko as well to win main as well, but Gekko probably better. Throwing Gekko here, remove all debuffs because Hayate Gekko is not immune to debuffs. But then with his breakthroughs, Gekko can reset Hayate Gekko's mystery, and so you can use his mystery every single round until round 3. That's another style you can go through. Okay. Yeah, if you want to go on the like a higher level thing, you can Great Ninja Armada is always good. He causes knockdown with his chase, right? With his mystery. So I don't know, someone who chases knockdown would always be nice. Great Ninja Armada is one immune to status. You can suppress immunity to status with this. So that's what I was kind of. That's your interruption style with 3 stars Hayate Gekko. You can also do this for 4 stars to somebody who's immune to interruption. I guess that could work. What's some? Okay, Edomata could work too, because Hayate Gekko's buff will not be removed thanks to Edomata. So you could throw in Edomata here and remove all buffs except for Hayate Gekko's buff, and that could work. And actually, you can also throw in something like Chiriku. So you can just even ignore Swordsman. You can just throw in Chiriku here, and yeah, that's a knockdown low. Immobilization. You can interrupt, increase in defense and resistance by 40%. Edomata removes all the other buffs, and then Hayate Gekko gets another 40 or 80% buff. So you can win based on having more damage. Just it's kind of like having more power, except you're putting it on your ninjas. But yeah, what's another one with knockdown chase? I don't know. Taisho Conan, I guess, could work, but it's more Akatsuki. Shira, I guess, technically could work with his acupuncture. Let's see. Shizuka actually could work too, but you kind of need more defense, so probably not. But Shizuka can increase their target cooldown by 1, so it could work. Killer Bee could work and mobilize. 3 stars, Killer Bee was getting them out for free, so 3 stars could work. A little defense and resistance decrease when they hit Killer Bee as well. Yeah, I think in terms of all the good ninjas, that should probably be it. Okay, Mifune could work. So Mifune with his breakthroughs, actually, yeah, Mifune is a good fit with Hayate Gekko because he has a chase that, let's see, where is his chase? There we go. So you can either increase this target mystery skull, so you can increase the guy who's being hit, his mystery skull skill cooldown by 1, or you can increase the taijutsu, but probably just increase their mystery cooldown by 1. So you could do that with Hayate Gekko's mystery. So yeah, those are probably, I kind of covered most of it, I think, here. Okay, now if we go to Christmas Temari, let's see. It's Christmas Temari. If you want to build a random free-to-play team, because that's probably all she's useful for, a very free-to-play team. So we throw in Temari, Wind Main probably. Wind Main increase here. Let's see. Yeah, so Wind Main probably to increase the damage, but if and some kind of control. So Christmas Temari is nice in that she is able to summon a Christmas tree, which is defense, automatic defense, for a front row attack. To increase her damage, though, let's see what we got. Head Hero Zone's always nice, but let's look for some wind people. So okay, Su Minato could work. So Su Minato was out for free. Su Minato, so he was free. He dodges chase attacks, so he's like a good secondary tank. So you have like a Christmas tree in front every single round. Temari will deal a whole bunch of damage and remove buffs and all that stuff, and she'll heal based on Su Minato. So that's a good one to start out with if you don't really have any ninjas. If you don't, you can still use Jonin Minato or something like that, but it's probably a good idea. Madara is also nice, but some people don't have Madara yet. Let's see. It's actually not much to talk about. You could do Sugara, so brother and sister. I mean, this is all just fun teams, so anything works. Sugara can give a whole bunch of shields, give super armor to both himself and Christmas Temari, so technically that could work. Throw in an Earth Main here, put a whole bunch of shields on both the super armor, both Temari and Gara, so they have super armor, and then the Christmas tree has super armor, so the entire team has super armor. That could work too. You can also throw in Kazekage Gara with his breakthroughs, so that'll be another good one to have to increase her damage here. She doesn't have a lot of tags either. Like she's hidden sand, and that's it. So female, is there any female effects? I guess that's the only thing I can think about. Sasuke. I mean, okay, probably not Sasuke only, but Sasuke is a good damage buff. A fun arena team you can throw in those is like Suit. It's always fun to have Suit Sai in here because he summons random summons that immobilize the other team. Has a good chance of doing that. So this is a good free to play style team. You can remove Gara, but yeah, this is a good just like setup. But then now you need some kind of maybe just Summer Kurenai up here or near Hashirama or something with Fire Main or Wind Main and then Summer Kurenai. Either way works. But yeah, you basically have your main increase damage on Temari, or you have Kurenai, or you have, let's see, you either have Fire Main here controlling, protecting, or you have another buffer of Christmas Temari. And it's probably just going to be a wind or a female buffer, and that's all she has. She doesn't have a lot of tags in it. One thing you can do that actually could work here is do all the Christmas people. So I think I have Christmas, right? Yeah, Christmas. This is these are all girls that like Sasuke, by the way, including Temari in the beginning. But yeah, basically all of these girls decrease enemy unit defense resistance by 30%, and they're all different ninjas. So basically, you're reducing by 90%. Well, not exactly 90%, because when you reduce their defensive resistance 3 times by 30%, and now you're just gonna have a. This is a great ninja with support, by the way, for people who are wondering. If you're low power and you're fighting against someone who is like twice your power or something, you can run something like this and reduce enemy male units defensive resistance by 30% 3 times, which is basically almost just taking away their entire defensive resistance for like 5 turns for every single one of these things. If you're running a team like this, though, Fire Main is probably good just for the support, for the status reflect, and also the because you're gonna summon a lot of Christmas trees. Everybody has super armor, so you're gonna have defense in here, here, and here. Every single row is gonna have super armor, defense against front row attacks. Karen is actually a healer, so it's kind of nice. And you have poison here. Sakura will take out all the super armor, and Temari will take out all the buffs and shields. And so it depends on which one you want. Do you want to take out the buffs and shields first, or do you want to take out the super armor first? Christmas Karen probably is best in the back because her standard attack just summons another Christmas tree, and her Christmas tree can stack. So you can just summon so many Christmas trees, a lot of them which, let's see, Sakura's Christmas tree suppresses super armor, but also, does that Christmas tree do anything? I don't think so, right? She heals probably, but I know Karen's Christmas tree will cause poison. Temari is only heals, so it's gonna be a very random set of things. But you guys can try this in arena; it'll be pretty fun. Reducing because like every single hit that you do, even if they're not stacked, even if these girls are not stacked with damage buffs, your reduction of the other side's defense resistance is kind of a damage buff. It's risky, but it's just so fun. I actually want to try it right now. Yeah, I could try something in arena. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll put something in arena here for fun. But oh, that's right. Last thing I want to throw in there. I think I'll just finish up on Temari here as Christmas. But yeah, she's actually pretty nice. I'm losing a little steam here because I've been talking for a while. Hayate Gekko. Let's do Gekko. All right. So last thing about Gekko here that I wanted to show you guys in stream, and then I'll probably record some Christmas Temari, a couple fights in Christmas Temari with the Christmas girls. Yeah, just Shark Bomb maybe. Yeah, Shark Bomb is good. All right, so I'll do something like that. But yeah, Hayate Gekko with his 40% is probably good against 5 natures, and we're lucky to have 5 natures here with us. Okay, guys, I cut off some footage because I figured this one is actually a little bit better. Izuna, so someone mentioned Asuma Windblade could work as a blitz, and so if we're gonna do blitz with Asuma Windblade, then we need a swordsman because Hayate Gekko's Buff is only on swordsman people. So I mean, technically, Rinnegan Sasuke could still work, but Asuma works only if your ninjas has 70% more HP. So one thing that could work is something like Izuna, for example. Izuna with his breakthroughs, I don't have that breakthrough, but his chase can reduce his cooldown by one, mystery cooldown by one. So he can probably use his mystery round one. He increases his own damage by 40%, critical hit as well. His standard attack increases his critical hit. And so you have like a whole bunch of critical hit increases, a 40% ninjutsu increase, and Hayate Gekko's up to 40 to 80% increase, and then Asuma's another 40% increase. So that's like you have a potential to be 160% damage with Izuna. Probably 120% because most people are not super armor and immune to debuffs, but it is still a blitz sort of type thing. Oh, that's right. If you add in lightning main, then it is 160% damage, which is greater than even Kakuzu or Kisame. I think it's higher than Kisame, potentially higher than Kisame. So this actually could be sort of a high level buff here. So in that case, I'll probably throw in something like this. You want these guys to be hit so that Izuna doesn't take too much damage. Do lightning main, you increase. He's fire style, so you want to do his warrior's intent. So you increase 40% attack. So 40% ninjutsu, 40% attack. Also, he gets to use his mystery again if you kill one unit at least with his mystery. So that's another effect that you can have. This is kind of like a blitz style thing that you can still do. Another one would be Anbu Kakashi. Anbu Kakashi, while he doesn't have a buff right away, he does Anbu hiding, so his skill is not prompt, but you can basically still use it because people can't interrupt you because you're hiding. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Anbu Kakashi has his own effect. So this is a whole Konoha ninja super effect here that you could try to use. Hayate, Anbu Kakashi, Lightning Main. So Lightning style is probably a good one for this. Root of Warrior. I might try this in 5 natures just for fun. But yeah, Hayate Gekko will increase 40% damage against 5 natures Earth, 40% damage. Asuma will increase by 40% as long as you have more health. So actually, we probably want to run Anbu special tactics here. But Anbu Kakashi will increase his taijutsu with his chase. So you kind of scale. So this is actually another one that you could do. I think there's one more that could happen. Beheading Kakashi technically also does that as well. He increases his own damage by 15% until, let's see, standard attacks. Yeah, 75% maximum. So at maximum, Kakashi will get 75% attack and ninjutsu increase. Hayate Gekko will increase that by 40%, 75% by 40%. Another 40% by Asuma, and another 40% by Lightning Main. As long as you use something like Lightning Style. So 40, 40, let's see, 40, 75, 135, 175, 210%, 215% damage increase if you max out Beheading Kakashi. So this is actually a very powerful thing, and you could also use this in what you call it, Ninetales, right? Ninetales 200 something percent attack. I mean, assuming you don't have Rinnegan Sasuke, that's a very free to play Ninetales team. Very powerful one actually. And instead of root, you can run clone tactics to block out the first couple rounds. Another 20% from this assist ninja thing. Yeah, that's actually a really good Ninetales team that you can throw in. Okay, in terms of actual, I'll probably run something like I can run Karu as well. Any swordsman could do. Killer Bee is also a really good one. So Killer Bee is also lightning. So Killer Bee is probably the best one out of these guys, aside from Rinnegan Sasuke. Without breakthroughs, he still increases his ninjutsu each round, I believe, by 20%. So he sort of buffs himself to round 10. This could work. So let's see. We'll probably run something like this for long lasting, and you're just increasing resistance for a little extra defense. But Killer Bee can use his mystery, deals field damage, so that's good for 3 versus 3 as well. Yeah, this could just work as a buff, like a blitz buff. Well, with Killer Bee, it's not a blitz, but Killer Bee will be able to get into the next rounds, I think, with a lot of buffs from these guys if you're able to make it to round 2. So, yeah, you just put Killer Bee in the front. Hayate Gekko does chase dodge, so that could work. You can try something like this in Arena as well if you want. It won't be that strong because then I'll have breakthroughs on Killer Bee, but let's try something that does work. So Hayate Gekko, a Lightning main. For now, let's do Summer Kurenai. For a little control, because we do need some sort of control here. And an Asuma here. So let's do... let's see, Summer and Asuma. Yeah, technically I could do Mifune, but I think we'll stick with this for now. Okay, so Hayate Gekko, let's see, we want him to keep at 70%. Warrior's Intent is good because you might kill something in the beginning. For chases, he causes knockdown repulse, perfect thing with Summer Kurenai. Asuma, repulse knockdown, he causes knockdown. But okay, so we're never going to get to this chase because he causes repulse. But since he's going to be the guy we stack, we're going to do low repulse, low repulse 2 times is probably the best way to go here. And then repulse knockdown, in case we have another knockdown, we'll do knockdown low. Okay, that is going to be like a first test team. Repulse low. Okay, random line of units is also nice because hit a couple more. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna stack up on Hayate here. Let's do a fan here, and now we do get chakra, I think, from Asuma's. Oh, that's right. Okay, so Asuma's effect of Asuma would be sort of like a debuff clear on top of Lightning Main. Says you guys do want the. So I mean, I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have any main character upgrades. But if you do Giant Katsuyu, where's Giant Katsuyu? Ah, there it is. All right, so Giant Katsuyu Mystery. You can remove 1 layer of debuffs here, and that'll be sort of like a control sort of thing as well. And we can do something like Lightning Seal Slash. Acupuncture could be nice somewhere, there. And Asuma would be gaining chakra, and so Lightning Main will be able to use his. We'll be able to remove 1 debuff and use Lightning Seal once Asuma uses his standard attack. So all of that, it's all like sort of built in, chancy, but it's kind of nice. Now this is a water style thing. I don't have the water buff yet, so I'm just gonna go critical hit for everybody for now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use Tarune in case we fight against someone who's immune to debuffs. So Hayate Gekko increases 40% damage against someone who's immune to debuffs, and we're gonna increase that to 60% with Tarune. 30%. So 70% increase in damage against people who are immune to debuffs. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. That also means that I should be careful about using my Summer Kurenai, because once I use my Summer Kurenai to immobilize somebody, we no longer have Hayate Gekko's damage buff against them. So that is a back and forth thing that you need to think about. Okay, I think that sounds good. Let's go in and fight somebody. And I'm going to pause the recording here for the next fight. Let's try this again. Oh, same guy. Let's see. We hit the wrong guy. But it's okay, I guess. Okay. We're going to suppress immunity on Kushina from now. And we're going to tackle Edo Yagura now. Alright, well, I mean, we'll make sure to kill Kushina first. Of course. Yeah, the blitz here is kind of nice. All right, time for the actual mystery. Now we're dealing a 40% more damage against Aoyagura because he's immune to status. Also, I think a fair amount of damage to Lightning Main because he was running Root, I believe. Hayate Gekko dodges, chase dodge, which is kind of nice. Yeah, we're dealing a fair amount of damage, even with the chases here. Nagato's the only guy that's not really getting affected because, well, I mean, Nagato's not immune to status. He reflects status, which is completely different. Thanks to Nagato, Hayate now costs 80 chakra, but that's fine. We can leave it out for next time. But yeah, that's enough damage. So this is like a fair amount of team. That line attack is actually kind of nice, so you can probably hit someone in the back. But just we didn't want to hit Nagato because Nagato's a special case. Okay, that makes more sense. So, you know, a team like this could work. Technically, I don't know. I probably could have put something like Kurenai here so that Hayate doesn't get hit as much. And Asuma here, Asuma in the back, removing debuffs from Konoha units. You could also put Nyun Hashirama, even though, technically Hashirama could work in this team because we have two people who can remove debuffs, Asuma and Lightning Main, for at least, whenever you use your mystery. So, Nyun Hashirama technically could work, and he'll be hitting more people. In an arena, you'll be something like Hayate hitting a line, Nyun Hashirama hitting 4, Asuma hitting the front row, which could be more than one sometimes, and the Lightning Main will just cause a combo. And if you want to do something like this, let's say knockdown low would be low repulse. So you still have low repulse 2 times. Low repulse. So it's like knockdown low, low repulse, repulse slow, right? Okay, we're missing. Okay, low repulse, repulse slow, low repulse, repulse slow, and then you have repulse knockdown. So after the whole bunch of low repulses, if you win a low repulse, Asuma will take out the repulse knockdown and go back to Nyun Hashirama. So it's like a perfect 4-man combo set. And it actually makes sense because one, Nyun Hashirama's chase actually has an effect, increases the mystery chakra necessary to use the mystery. And 2 is because Hayate Gekko affects all of swordsmen here, and so every attack made by swordsmen will be buffed by both Hayate Gekko's 40 or 80% buff and Lightning Main's Warrior's Intent. That's all nice. Okay, now let's try something like a full Christmas team. It'll be kind of fun. Okay, maybe they'll fight me this time. Hopefully. Ooh, Hayate. We have a Hayate versus a Christmas Temari. Okay. Okay, they're trying... Nobody's immune to status here, so... Ooh. It's a good amount of damage. I am going to protect myself a little here. Alright, so I can wait until the next round to use my mystery, but I think... Okay, well, since Hayate Gekko is Chaos? Is he Chaos? No, he's not Chaos. Alright, so we're just gonna deal a whole bunch of damage first. And deal poison damage. Okay. Now we're gonna remove all the debuffs on Lightning Main here. And he knows it, so he's retreating. Lightning Main is down. A lot of poison. They're gonna die from ignition and poison anyways. Now he does deal a whole bunch of damage with Kotetsu. That is a lot of damage. Wow. But Christmas Temari is gonna win, increasing damage here. Okay. Christmas tree protection. And now, I think I'm gonna summon this tree. Oh, Temari is... okay, yeah. Poison again, and he dies. So, basically, we can use our mystery every single round. Huh. I wonder how that happened, actually. I thought... Huh. Oh, that's right. If Temari's life is higher than 80%, her skill cooldown is reduced by 1. And she only uses 20 chakra, which is perfect. Okay, so that is Christmas Temari versus Hayate. A reduction buff versus an offensive buff. It's thanks to the Christmas trees, by the way. The Christmas trees is basically what saved this entire team, because there's so many targets and they're immune to super armor and all that stuff. So I think I'm going to end it here, guys. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe. And if you want to come and, sit with me and have a flash stream on Discord, because I like having an audience, a live audience sometimes, go ahead and go to the descriptions. There's a link to the Coffin Discord. I'll be putting out more videos about a whole bunch of different topics. It's not just going to be talk topics. So if you have a suggestion too on what you want to see, I'm also open for that. You can just talk to me. Like, it's best just to go on Discord, join the Discord, talk to me. You can talk to me live if you want, and we'll figure out something. Also, I think I'm going to start making another contest soon, so keep in touch for that. Make sure to subscribe for that contest as well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the last ingot contest. We'll see that too. And also, I think a Great Ninja War is coming up after this video, so that should be fun too. Alright guys, see you guys in the next video.